Hello again, it's Chris Mackay, the camera guy, and this is chapter 5, the tale of an ocean voyage, a sea change which caused the change of a name of my friend's camera. Alright, so before I start that, I just want to go back to previous videos and acknowledge that I made some errors. See if I can think of them. I changed Kurt Nuchterlein's name in the story of the Exactor from Kurt, which I got correct, to Carl later on, which wasn't correct. At some point in another video I referred to a dark cloth as a dark slide, and I even managed to refer to a film holder as a dark slide. I think that's all the errors, but I might have made a mistake even on that. There might be an extra one somewhere. Yes, I managed to say geography instead of geometry in the last video about the monorail camera. So I made quite a few errors, but to quote Alexander Pope, to err is human, to forgive divine. So I hope that you will raise yourself from the level of humans to the gods and forgive me for my errors. Okay, so now I'm going to tell a story about my friend Joe and myself. We were both at Teachers College together, and we both decided to emigrate to Canada to teach there. Canada was recruiting lots of teachers from England, and we were two of those who went on a ship called the Empress of Canada in August of 1968, and we sailed from Liverpool to the port of Montreal in Quebec, the province of Quebec in Canada. French Canadians say Quebec, not Quebec. Yes, so anyway, when we set off, my friend Joe had a Nikon camera, and when he arrived in Canada he found out that he didn't have a Nikon camera anymore. He hadn't lost it, it hadn't been stolen, it had changed its name to Nikon. And I just wanted to sort of go into some of the rules and broken rules of English spelling and pronunciation, and try to settle once and for all. I'm not going to succeed. The burning question that has bedeviled photographers for quite a few generations now: is it pronounced Nikon, or should it be pronounced as the Americans and Canadians pronounce it, Nikon? So anyway, I'm going to start out by just pointing out that English spelling, unlike German and some other languages which are consistent, English spelling is random, all over the place. And I want you to imagine, I was a teacher, so imagine you are my class and you are learning English, and I present you with the following words. I'm going to ask you now, how would you pronounce this word? No, it's not Buch. This is pronounced bow. B-O-U-G-H, bow. Okay? Remember that. Okay, I'll show you another word now. How would you pronounce this word? No, it's not cow. I know it should be, but it's not. It's cough. Cough, okay? Cough. Bow. All right. Now, this word is... No, it's not doff. No, it's not. No, it's not dow either. No, it's dough. Dough. Cough. Bow. This is enough. Have you had enough of the problems of English spelling and pronunciation? Okay, here are some other little puzzles. Bow can also be spelled B-O-W when I bow. But B-O-W can also be pronounced bow, which is a bow tie, or a bow of a bow and arrow, bow, or bow. What else have we got? Oh, it could also be pronounced or spelled beau, like that's from a French word, beau, a good-looking young man. The French would say il est beau, and it's coming to English like a girl's boyfriend, her beau. He might be wearing a bow tie. Okay, here we go. We got dough. Let's go back to dough. I've lost my dough. Dough can also be spelled D-O, as in do, re, mi, fa, but also D-O can be pronounced do. Do you understand? Do you understand now that English spelling and pronunciation are quite difficult? Have you had enough? I think you may have had. Alright, so I just want to then go, having pointed out that English spelling and pronunciation can be all over the place, I just want to point out that there are some general rules that are generally followed, and it's to do with words like this. Let's take a simple word like hat, H-A-T. The A, the vowel, is what we would call short. It says a. If it were long, it would say its name, A. We can make it long by adding, if I can find it, by adding an E to the end. So it goes from hat to hate. Okay? There's a consonant, a vowel, a consonant and a vowel. The last vowel, the E, makes the first vowel long. So basically it can sort of jump backwards over the T and make the A long. So it says hate. What if we want to write someone who hates? It's not usual, but that will be hater. Just add an R on the end. Hate, hater. But we started out with the word hat. What if I want to write hatter? Well, I have to double the consonant. So I said before, the vowel can jump over one consonant and make the previous vowel, the preceding vowel, long to say its name. But it can't jump over two. It can only jump over one. So in this case, the first consonant, A, remains short. It says hat, hatter. And the rule is double the consonant to determine whether the first vowel is long or short. Okay, so now we can go to the word Nikon. So it's only got one middle consonant. So according to that rule, it should, the I should be long. Nikon, a vowel, one consonant, another vowel, that makes the first consonant say its name, the letter I, Nikon, as the Americans and Canadians say it. But the English and the Australians and I don't know, I didn't check too many others, but they all say Nikon. So according to my rules, it really should be Nikon. I'll give you another little example of why it should be Nikon. So now let's consider what the company, Nikon or Nikon, how they labelled their cameras. And this is sort of interesting to me. So this, you will see, is a Nikon, pronounced either Nikon or Nikon. But here's a different camera. This is an early model, and this is a Nikomat. Everybody calls that Nikomat, Nikkormat, so it's following the rule. If you want to keep the first vowel short, you have to double the consonant. So whoever labelled this was following the rule. That's not how this company started out with the name. I'm going to tell you the original name, if I can remember. Here we go. It's quite long. I wrote it out. The company was originally called Nippon Kogaku Kogyo. Gonna have trouble with this one. Kabushiki Gaisha. So that was the original name of the company when founded in 1917. Fortunately, they shortened it. Otherwise, they would have had to make a very big camera to get that name on it. So that's the story of Nikon or Nikon. I'm getting used, since I've been in England, I'm starting to call it Nikon anyway. And it really doesn't matter, it's just a wonderful camera. And by the way, we could have an argument also about Nikon or Nikon's great rival company, Canon. C-A-N-O-N, shouldn't that be Canon? But it isn't, it's Canon. But if you think of the big gun, it's spelled with two N's, C-A-N-N-O-N. All right, so that's the story of the name of that camera. I just wanted to divulge, as I do, into some other thought that occurred to me while I was thinking about all of this. And I came across a video on the YouTube recently, and it was an Australian man, but born in the UK, and he's a scientist, I think, and he was talking about all the things that Britain had invented, which are an amazing number of things that were invented in these small islands. And looking up that also, I came across something that said that the Japanese, somebody in Japan, had done a survey and said that Britain invented 40% of the important inventions of the world. And the Australian gentleman didn't mention, in everything he didn't mention all the sports that originated in the British Isles, starting in Scotland with golf, and then cricket, football, rugby football, lawn tennis, badminton, lawn bowling, I think, maybe I'm wrong on that one, darts, I don't know, snooker, invented by British Army officers in India, I think, as was table tennis, and it's annoying for Americans, baseball was invented in England. And I've missed a couple. So then, thinking on those lines, I began to wonder, is there possibly any connection between English people, or people speaking English, having to accept the fact that there are rules, but they are to be broken at times, or you know, you can diverge, you can change things up a bit. Because I think also the English are noted as being the most eccentric people in the world, and being eccentric means you're not following the rules. And if you're going to invent something new, you have to have new thinking, and yeah, well, that's just wondering, you know, because we don't really follow, you know, we invent things, and then we let other people make them really well, like the Germans and the Japanese. And then we go on and invent something else. Okay, and I think that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed my ramblings, and I will come back soon with another one. I think I know what it's going to be this time, but I'm not going to tell you just yet. You'll have to wait. Okay, thanks very much. See you soon.